Every business starts with a great idea. But with limited time, money, and resources, connecting with existing customers and finding new ones can be challenging. What you need is a marketing solution that's inexpensive, easy to use, and puts your brand on the map. That's where Talk Fusion comes in. Finally, a company that gives you everything you need to succeed, all in one place. Our products bring viewers into your world with the power of video and paint a clear picture of who you are, so you can catch their eye and keep their business. Share special offers, promote new products, and show your customers that you truly appreciate their business. Even track and measure your engagement to find the perfect time to reach out. With every email and newsletter message, live broadcast, and face-to-face video chat, you're well on your way to building a loyal customer base that will increase revenue and referrals. Let your voice be heard so your doors stay open against all odds. Make Talk Fusion a part of your success story. Join the ever-growing number of business owners, just like you, who have discovered that marketing is better with video. Because it's our business to grow your business.
And now we have in the hot seat Mr. Bruce Jones. He is called Bruce the Book Guy.
Hello, Gail. Are you surviving? Are you?
Yeah, I am. I am like totally jazzed. I'm totally jazzed. So let me tell you
haven't
something.
Lost your voice yet. It sounds great.
Yo, good. No, I haven't lost it yet. Now, yeah, I got my trusty dusty,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
stuff in here. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I got in here, but I'm good. But Bruce is my new best friend, y'all, because see, look, here's the thing. Bruce will show you how to literally create your book, get your book published, get your book sold, and not just your book, but all kinds of items. And it was amazing. There he is. He's the book guy, right? And it was amazing. I watched him. He had 15 minutes to do a presentation on how to get your products created and sold out online. And he put that thing together, and I'm like, man, this is phenomenal. As Leon said, this is phenomenal. Because Bruce has over 50 products online that he's selling, and everything, and he will tell you more, but everything from PDFs and oh goodness gracious, PDFs, books, documents, graphics, yeah, maps, and all kinds of things. So you'll be surprised. If you can imagine having all of these items working for you all at one time. And so he's going to talk about that, but not only is he going to talk about that, I think he's going to show you about that. So
we're going to have a little bit of fun, I think.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. Welcome, Bruce. Welcome to the place. Thank you, my friend, for being here. Yeah, I am so glad you are here.
This has been a really cool thing. I've been popping in and out during the afternoon watching it.
Oh, good. Good.
It's a great, it's a great model for anybody who can do this and kind of, figure out how to do it, but it's really bring together lots of people and stuff. It's a terrific idea.
I've been learning a lot myself. So as they say, I don't know if it's good for you, but it has been good for me. So. So we're gonna start at the beginning because we got about 50 minutes. So we're gonna start at the beginning because I want everybody to get a concept of who they have amongst them. I told him, I said, "Ooh, I'm scared of you." I didn't know I was like totally in the presence of greatness here. God. Bruce, tell us a little bit about your background and how you came to have so many books published and products published and doing what you're doing.
So I'm a graphic designer, which and have been for 30 years. So this is for the last 30 years I've been a graphic designer, and I think that has helped tremendously in making products and doing things. And I've always had an interest in making products, but because I had the skill set, of knowing how to make things, that has really helped. So I didn't have to hire me; I could just do it myself. And also, I've been freelancing for those 30 years. So I've been on my own. So I'm really motivated to find money.
That'll do it.
You get really hungry. And what I sort of came up with, what I've done for a long time, is I have this sort of 2-track system One track is, and anybody can do this in any profession. One track is the thing you do, your skill, what you teach and what you do. And then the second track are things that are based off of and products of what you do. So you take your knowledge that you're doing and you make a product out of that, and then you take the knowledge of the product and you can feed it back into the service, the consulting. So like, you're learning how to do blab, and I think we're going to talk about this in a little bit here, but you're learning how to do this, so that's a skill you have, and you can monetize that skill. That's basically what I did, is I took things that I was doing in design. So the biggest thing that I had done, and I started this in 1990, is I did a line of maps, and you can see these are just editable maps that are used for business presentations and in schools and education. And I drew all the countries, the world, the states, the counties. I drew everything and morphed them eventually into PowerPoint. I had them as Adobe Illustrator for graphic designers, people like me, so I did something that related to me. And then eventually people said to me, could you put these in PowerPoint? And that's where the real success of this product. This is just a CD of it, but I sell them online. People can buy, California and the US and a world map, and they use them in their business presentations. So that's something that has gone on. And one of the big things I teach people is to repurpose your content. Use it in as many ways as you can once you've made it. So out of the maps came a line of books like this. So these are coloring books and geography books. It's the same maps. I just turned them into another product. So I took the maps that are being used for business presentations, and I took the same file and made coloring books out of them. Let's see, Gail, I don't hear your voice. Are you speaking? Oh.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had put myself on mute. Okay, put myself on mute. Hey, Curtis. I said, how did you, wait a minute, I did.
Yeah, so it's
the map is on a CD.
The map is, and it's in electronic format, and I sell it online. You can download. I just hold this up because it makes a good prop, but I have numerous sites online where I sell them as individual maps, and then I repurpose them into a whole line of books. So I have one on world regions, I have one in the US, I have one on Canada, I have one on globes, and these are that are just used for coloring and geography. They get sold to homeschoolers and all kinds of people. So this is a very successful line of mine. So that's the repurposing thing. The repurposing thing that also is I learned to play guitar, mandolin, ukulele, and banjo, and I recorded all that while I was doing it. So that's a way of making a book. Is if you're learning something, you record the journey of your learning.
Yes.
Because other people want to do it. So I recorded the journey of me learning how to play instruments, and I made books out of it. They were chord books for beginners. At the back of the book, I needed to fill it in, so I put some blank sheet music. Then one day I took the sheet music, and I made a big book of just sheet music.
Wow.
This is my best-selling book.
Really?
I sell over 1,000 copies of this a year, of this one book.
Really?
So I'm repurposing what I did in this book. Oops. To be
no, that's right.
This book. Yeah. So
okay.
So whenever you make something, so like if you're doing, like a good example would be you've just done a series of broadcasts today. So you can take those and transcribe them and make PDFs out of them and turn that into a series of interviews that have gone on all day and call it the Small Business Network Series 1 interviews. You can sell the audio tapes. You can sell the video. So now you have PDFs of the interviews where people can go in. You can go back to everybody and say, hey, give me a little resource list. You can tag that at the end of the videos. You can sell the audios, just MP3s. You can sell the videos. So now you have a product.
Right.
For this series. This is the series.
Exactly.
And you could advertise that product to say, hey, there's all kinds of cool stuff going on today. And that's what Creative Live does. I don't know if you're familiar with Creative Live.
Mm-mm.
They're a site that does teaching online, and they do 3 days of live teaching, and then there's a button underneath that says, because nobody can sit there for 3 days. If you want this course, it's $147.
Right.
You can sit here all day and watch it for free, or you can not watch it and just push the button and buy it.
Right.
But you get to see the person actually teaching. So you've
Right.
repurposed the content over and over again. So I've done that over and over and over. I made a line of antique maps. These are just pulled down from the Library of Congress because everything from the U.S. government is royalty free.
Exactly.
So you can and repackage them. And I have all kinds of...
You are just see why I love him. This is why this is my new best friend. I'm just saying, and you just heard what he said. So I'm just forewarning you guys. Be on the lookout for this information coming to you in a new and repurposed format.
It'll be a chapter in my new book.
Exactly.
So
Okay?
I have a series of courses. So I now have over 40 books. I have them in geography, music, coloring. I have them in just kids books like this, just a kids coloring book. I did regular kids books. And then I took that knowledge and then created some sort of business books. So this is my first international best-selling book. This is my marketing checklist. But this book evolved out of me making a course on how to market your book. These are the notes that I pulled out of the course. I did the course first and then wrote the book. I usually recommend do it the other way. But so this is one of my best-selling books right now. It's my best-selling book on Kindle. And it's really the checklists that go with the course. And just to show you a little thing you can do with Kindle books or any book is in the book, I put live links in the Kindle book that take you to the course.
Okay, I like that.
So a book doesn't necessarily have to make a lot of money because something else might make money.
It's going to make money.
That's
exactly.
Right. And you link so people buy this book, and now they're going to the links in the book and they're buying the course.
Right.
So that's
This is good. This is good because Leon and I do a show called Monetize Your Blab.
Right.
And we talked a little bit about this yesterday of how you can take your content and repurpose it, but you have mastered it. So take me through it, because one of the and I will also say this, y'all, because one of the things you said to me when we were in a conversation and I was sharing what we were going to do, and so Bruce said to me, you know what you should do? He's like, map out everything it took for you to go from concept of this event to putting it, doing it. And I said, yeah, because trust me, we have learned some stuff.
And that's what I said to you, right? I said that for today is have a logbook and, write everything down you're doing, because that's what I said to you. This is a great thing. You did a really cool thing. And Blab has become so much easier than, the Google Hangout and other things. It's just, boom, you're on and away you go. And now they added screen share and they added, you can feed live video in here, and it's like becoming a cool thing.
Exactly.
So you're gaining enormous. In fact, what I'm doing with this book is I'm adding a new chapter. Actually, it will go in the course of how I launched this book to international bestseller status.
Okay.
I kept track of everything. And then, so I've written that out. And you could do the same thing with yours. And then we had the thought, and I asked you this question, and I said, well, you're becoming the queen of Blab. You'll turn around the queen of Blab.
Oh.
And I said, where's your book?
I know. Excuse me, guys. I'm the diva.
The diva. I know. We talked about that.
Okay. I told you, I got to correct
it. My question to you was, where's your book that you can sort of show up like I always do? And I have a friend of mine who always says, you're always holding that book up because I'm identifying the book with my face to say, hey, this is my book. So my question to you is, where is your book about how to do Blab broadcasts? And your answer was?
I didn't have one.
Didn't have one. So I think what we can do, is this the right moment to do this? Let's do this. So that's really my story. I'm a graphic designer for every different kind of graphic design you can imagine. I work in hospitals, I work with law firms, I work with brochures and newsletters and everything. And then out of that, I developed a whole line of books and products, and then just repurpose the content in many different ways. And I love social media, so I'm in all the different places. And so that's basically what it is. But I thought this would be we had a great conversation in our prep call for today, and I said, you don't have a book, and we are going to give Gail Turner Brown her book. So here we go. All
So
right.
here we go,
Here
guys.
we go.
So we're going to write a book in live time.
We're going to do it live, yes.
We're going to do it live.
We're going to do it
okay,
live.
go ahead.
And
So how do we do this?
This is a technique that I have done on planes, trains, restaurants, hotels, bars, everywhere to get, as soon as I hear that you don't have a book, I'm like, we're going to make a book. So this is what I call my top 10 technique. And it's a way of sort of just pulling the information out of you. So to do my top 10 technique, we're going to do a little exercise here. And it starts with me asking you, and I'm going to write them down, is what is the number one question that you get asked, or tip or lesson that you're the number one? And I always preface this by saying, I don't want you to think about it a whole lot. I want it just to come out.
Okay.
Because we all edit in our heads. And I don't want any editing. I want it just blab it out. So.
Okay, so I'm going to blab it out. Okay, so what's the number one thing I get asked? Well, one thing is how do you put a lower third on your on your show? How do you do that?
So how do I'm gonna write these down. I have my pad here. So how do I do a lower third?
Okay.
Okay. So number one.
What's the best? What camera are you using, and what audio are you using?
So we'll call that, what equipment do you use?
What equipment do you use?
So what I'm doing is we kind of do the first one, and I know when we talked the other day, you had one. I'm going to just use that because I often like the first thing that comes out of people's head. Very often, the very first thing that comes out is really the title of the book and the subject of your book.
Oh, okay, right. Yep, right.
And we can come back to that, but that's often when I do this exercise, because just for the audience, Gail and I have done this exercise, and we're recreating it. But this is how you can do it. So the first one we have is, how do I do a lower third? Second is, what equipment do I use?
Right.
Third tip. We're going to just do 10 tips, 10 quick tips here.
Okay. How do you pick a topic?
How do you pick a topic? Okay.
How do you pick a topic? How do you find people to interview?
All right. So number 4 is, how do I find people to interview? Mm-hmm. And what we're doing here is, these are going to become the chapters in your book. So this process of what's the number one thing that people ask you, and then it's 2 through 10, and it could be a little more, a little less, but 10 is a good number. These will become your chapters. I'm going to show you how to fill these in a moment. So, all right. So how do I find good people to interview? Okay. Number 5.
How do you? What questions do you ask people?
Good one. All right. So what questions?
Yeah. How do you determine the questions?
You ask. How do you figure them out? Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Gosh. Now I'm starting to. What did I say before?
So one of the questions, and I think you're really good at this, is, how do I look good on camera?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes. Oh yes. Okay. Yes.
I wore my special green shirt. See this? It stands out. I'm standing out.
Right. Yeah. So how do I look good on camera? Oh. Yeah. See, because then that stuff always comes back to me. Yep. So yeah. So they do ask about the lighting.
Okay. So we'll put that in the equipment. Let's put that
in the equipment.
So
okay. Yeah. That's in the equipment.
Mic and lighting. Okay.
Right.
All right.
How do I feel comfortable on camera? A lot of people are really scared to get on camera. They are so conscious of the fact that somebody's looking at them and they're not going to do something right. How do I overcome my fear?
And I'm going to say that for the host and the guest. So we're both fairly comfortable on camera, but for anybody starting out, it's hard to get over that hump.
Yeah.
I have to do it, and then my guests have to do it. So you have to calm them down. So so how do I feel comfortable on camera? All right. Right.
Okay. Give me another answer.
Interview. Oh, show etiquette.
Oh yes. I don't know what. Look at this. I got my hostess with the mostest in the audience, and we had that conversation. So yes, what is the show etiquette? How do you make sure?
Turn off your cell phone.
Yeah, turn off your cell phone.
Right.
How to make sure you don't get blab-jacked. Did I tell you about blab-jacking?
No,
Yeah,
no,
blab-jacking.
no. Put that.
Oh yeah, blab-jacking is special. Um,
I don't even know what that
okay.
is. We'll come back to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Blab-jacking. Yes. Oh, how to determine? I don't know if we talked about this before, but especially when you're doing a show, how to make sure you don't have trolls. And I meant to have Charlene. She has a troll in her office, and she showed us her troll. But how to make sure that you don't have trolls in your room? You keep trolls out of your room.
So is that like little gremlins and problems, or is that people who follow you online and just
it's both?
Pop up?
It's yeah. It's the characteristic of a person, and so she found what one actually looks like. Yeah,
what it actually looks like. Okay,
that's the other thing. How to set expectations. You're the leader you're the host. So how do you ensure that your guests are comfortable and that your guest that you're interviewing is comfortable and the audience is comfortable? So you got to set the expectations of what you expect. What are your rules for your house?
Gotcha. So people, if you're kicking somebody out or you're letting somebody in or you may be cutting them off, you kind of let them know, I'm going to let you in as a guest because you can do that in Blab. You may say, but I may cut you off, or I may when we're done, and that's okay. That's me. That's my show. That's my show thing. So
exactly. We determine how much profanity that we will allow and not allow, things like that.
Okay. Here's one that I was writing in. And I was looking at the notes this morning. I added a couple because Blab has added some fantastic features. And one of them is the ability to do screen share. You can do screen share. You can run videos, which just gives you so much more power. Now we're very close to Google Hangouts. So I think how to do basically it's the Blab tutorial. Like how do I run
exactly.
This?
Yeah, yes, what that is, yes.
How to run. The other one I would do is how to promote your show.
Yes, how to get people to your show, and so that's it. How to get butts in the seats, just like any other event. How to get butts in the seats.
All right, so let's pause there. We have 12 of them. That's a great.
Okay. Okay. Well, So there is one. I think this is invaluable. This is. I mean, it could bump something else off. Okay, which is the importance of having co-host.
Got it.
That is just like so key.
And you have one today, and I've done some blabs where I've been with a co-host, and that was on the first. That was the number one on the list that we did on.
Okay, that's Was
number one.
And
so
I have a bunch of co-hosts. Yeah, we have a bunch of co-hosts today. We've got lots of folks helping out today. So this is
So what we've done is we put together a quick list in what was that, about 5 minutes. I think we started at 25 past, and it's 30 past. And we could do more, but we'll stop at this point because this is good. So what we've done is put together basically how do you do a Blab broadcast or run an event like this, or just basically do Blab interviews. And Gail has given us some of these tips. Well, what these tips are now, these are your chapter heads for your whole book. Right. They're also the videos that you will do on the course that goes along with the book. So remember my book, and at the end of my chapters, I have a link to a video that's the same chapter. So
right.
You can record your answer. In fact, you can also record it, using this. So what I then do is I take each one of these, and here's where I kind of go with it. I take and say, okay, we have that quick one sentence. We want one good pithy sentence. Then we're going to write one paragraph for each sentence. And that's it. We just write one paragraph for number one paragraph for number two, number three, number four, all the way through to the end. Then we come back and write 3 to 5 paragraphs for each point. And so what we're doing is, I call this, we're making our book horizontally as opposed to vertically. We're not starting at chapter 1 and writing down through chapter 1 and then going to chapter 2 and writing through chapter 2. We're just keeping everything at the same level. And so we did our heads. Now we're going to do one paragraph, and then you stop. You just write a paragraph and you stop. Because what you'll find is that what's in chapter 10 will now affect chapter 1. You don't want to go too far ahead.
Right.
So you do that. Then you come back and you write chapters 3 through 5. That's the bulk of your book. You now have 10. We did 12. We did 13 chapters here. You could write 4 or 5, 3 to 5 paragraphs per chapter. Add your bio, add your resource list, add maybe that you publicly speak or you consult or whatever it is at the back end of the book. At the front end of the book, maybe you put a little intro, your table of contents, and you end up with a book about this big.
Wow.
And you can do this in 1 week. In fact, you can dictate this book using the voice. And I don't know if have you used the voice stuff in this, the voice to text translator.
I use, in Google. Well,
so let's
I'm
going to just show you here because I think I like this. So I'm just going to do a new post.
Okay.
And we'll just done this. We'll just do new. So here it is. And then I'm on an iPhone, and right down at the bottom, there's a microphone.
Right.
Right there. So I'm just going to go click. Gail Turner Brown is writing her new book on how to be the Blab Diva. And the chapters will be, how do I do lower thirds? How do I work with a co-host? How do I pick a topic? And how do I look good on camera? Done. And there it is. Look at that.
That is like, oh man.
It is so good that there it is.
Yeah, see, I have no excuse.
You can do this while you're going to the grocery store.
No, I can't multitask like that.
But a car is a great place to do this. You can do, if you're commuting in a car, this is a great place to do this. Because the cars you're isolated, you're around, you can just sort of dictate it into your phone very comfortably. If you're in California, keep it below the steering wheel so they don't see you.
Well, we have that in Maryland too.
You have it in Maryland too, yeah. In Boston,
Yeah.
in Massachusetts, you can't text, but you can still talk. So what we've done, so now you have your book, okay? So now we're going to make a product out of it. So you have the chapters. You have the intro on the front, table of contents in the back. You have a bio. You have your course that you're going to be selling. You have whatever else maybe you speak, whatever you're going to do is all in the back. You have a nice book. You get a cover made. You can use that Canva. You can do this all in Word, and then you can go to Canva. It has a great Kindle templates. You can put your book up on Kindle. Each of these chapters can now be pulled out and become a video. And you can sit there and do a video. You can do a video on Blab right here. You don't even need anything more than what you're doing right now.
That's true. Yeah.
You can just do a video. If you're the Blab queen, do your videos on Blab.
Right. So I have a question. When you do your video for each chapter, do you have to be, frou with it? You know what I mean? You can see all the
Yeah. Be you.
Do this.
Yeah, be you.
Okay.
Here's a key. Don't put anything in the videos. Like I use ScreenFlow, which is a fantastic product for making videos on Macs. Only Macs only. But don't put any kind of labeling on your videos. Like don't say video 1 of 6 or don't put a course name.
Right.
Do that in the wherever you load your videos up to sell them. But on the video itself, don't do that. So you can move the videos around. You can do different things with them. So Blab is great because, as most people probably don't know or do know, or we know, you can record your blabs. You then get, when you're done, you get an email, you get a video, and you get an audio. You now have the audio file, MP3, and you have the video file. Right. There's your course. And I put these things, you can take that material. I mean, you could make this course pretty quick. I can sell this sheet of paper to you if you want.
I know you could.
And then I use sites like, I have 2 that I like. So I work with Gumroad.com. Yeah. So Gumroad is think of it like an electronic bucket and this is what I did in the presentation. I use Gumroad. You can put audio in there, PDFs in there, video, whatever you want upload it. It's a little sales page. You get a little graphic, you have some text, and they take care of hosting it, streaming it, dealing with all the money, the back end, all that kind of stuff. And they take, it's 5%, and they now have a pay package too. You can put a link on your site so people can come to your site and say, hey, pick up my course on Blab. But also, when you are going to do the next one of these, you're going to go, hey, pick up my course. You know, if you want to learn how to do this, you're watching us doing it, we're having a lot of fun, you want to learn how to do this, we have a course. In fact,
Right.
I would say to you, we have a course and you don't have one yet, but you're going to have one. Just say, you know, if you want to pick up my course, it's coming soon. As soon as we're done with this, the course is being made, and I'll make a course and put it up. The other place that I like a lot is Teachable, teachable.com. So
Okay.
Gumroad is great.
Put that in the thing. Let me see. Teachable.com.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I'll put Gumroad first. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Charlene just put it in there, and I'll put Gumroad.
Okay, good. Yeah, when you shared with me Gumroad, I shared it with Charlene, and she was off and running because she don't waste no time.
Right. And what I like about Gumroad is just super easy. You just basically upload, put a little graphic, put some description, pick a price, and you're ready to go. But if you start to have 15 videos and you want modules, it doesn't do that. It just does single and smaller things. You know, like maybe up to 8, 9 videos is great, but you can put PDFs, things like that. And then if you want to go bigger, teachable.com is a site a lot of people are using, and you can put a course there. You can set up a school. So, you know, it's a great place to put it. And they're all very affordable.
What kind of price ranges is Gumroad? You know, like when you do that, what is
so
that?
I've done courses, you know, I've sold things for $2, and I've sold things up into $97. My recommendation is to test the price because it's so easy to change the price. So I might start as a show special, because you have maybe a mailing list, a show special for this, because people here, and give them a code, you know, you can have a discount code from the show special. Maybe it's $19.95, just because it's going to be a little rough. It's not perfect, it's not as polished as you might like. And then you start to bring the price up as you go back in and maybe you fix a video, or you make the book gets better, or, you know, maybe up to $49.95. And what's interesting is I sold, just an example of what to do is I took these maps. I was doing some testing, and I took the maps. They're all in PowerPoint format, Adobe Illustrator format, and JPEGs. Put them all into one zip file. Put them on Gumroad in a zip file. So it's one file with like 3,000 maps. And put a little button on one of my sites that had a lot of traffic on it. And I put it up there for $19.95, and people bought it. So that was cool. Then I did that for a month. Then I raised the price to $29.95 with a $10 coupon. So you could buy it the same price. I just upped it. And on the little graphic that's on the front, I put a big thing that says, here's the $10 off coupon right in front of people's faces. 2/3 of the people bought it for $19.95. 1/3 of them bought it for $29.95. Even though there's a big sign that says $10 off, right? So then I raised the price to $29.95, and they did fine, right? Didn't lose any sales. Then I raised it to $49.95, and sales stopped. So I went,
okay. So you knew that was it. You had hit your plateau.
$29 in this audience, on this platform, that's my price.
Right.
So that's what I would do, and you can kind of, Gumroad has a lot of different ways you can sell. They have a lot of options. They have another one that I didn't get to do in the presentation, but I really think it's cool. It's pay what you want. And
you mentioned that.
I think it's just such an interesting concept. Is that I took some PDFs of the maps, made them as a little kit, and I put them up for $4.95 with a plus sign. You put a plus on it, and it goes pay what you want. And actually, it was $2. I'm sorry, it was $2. And it go pay what you want. Some people paid $2. Some people paid $5, $10. I had people who paid $20 for the same $2. It's like you went into the, Whole Foods and you said, I don't think that price in those grapes is the best price. So I'm going to give you, instead of $3.95 a pound, I'm going to give you $8.95 a pound. And you go, what?
And do they? And they don't see what other people have paid for.
Correct. They don't see what other people paid. They just go, I think this product is worth $15.
Right.
And so I averaged all those together, and it was $7.95. Is about where it came. And so I made it $4.95 because I just didn't feel like dealing with it. But
right.
But
wait a minute, hold up. When you're saying $7.95, are you saying $795
no,
or $7?
$7. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the average of all those different prices.
Okay.
Kind of came to about
$7.95.
Right.
Okay.
And I made it at $4.95, so because I felt like I didn't want to deal with it. But
Right.
but you can test. So that's what I would recommend is show specials, try different things. You're on all the time. You can do this on every single show. Every show becomes an opportunity to go, hey, you want to learn how to do this? I have the book, PDF, and the videos all together. It's over there. Here's the discount code. Go buy it. Every single show you do this. You're sponsored by your own show. So we're talking about how do you monetize? You sponsor yourself with your own products, which is how I sell my books.
Hey guys, did y'all notice that Bruce has a book to sell? Just want to let you know.
I'm just going to hold this here while I talk, so I don't just do that. But you have to be willing to promote. You know.
Yes.
You have to be willing to say, "Hey, buy my book." There's a course that goes with this. So what I do with my books, I blog my books because. And same thing with this, like this book. So this is my music book.
Right.
This is what I did is I set up a site where I took JPEGs of every page, okay? Put that on an individual page and gave it some good tags and things, described the page. And so there's like 60 pages because there's 60 books. 60 pages here, there's 60 pages on the site. Every page is up there and I tagged them all. And then on the side, I ran ads for my books. So when people are looking for, let's say, mandolin chords, 2-finger mandolin chords in Google, up comes my graphic.
Wow. So, you know what? Something just occurred to me. So I want to make sure that the people here are really hearing this, but probably, especially for people who are not here, but that will hear this later. So to kind of take it, I'll say step by step.
Okay.
So you're saying that you can, number one, record something that you know how to do, and or video it. Take that, turn it into a product, or turn it into a PDF. I love when you just said you've got graphics.
Right.
So you take a bunch of JPEGs, put those together, okay, and then you can sell it. You also said, because the government, anything that you get from the publishing office or whatever, it's royalty free.
Basically, yeah.
So you can technically find a product, a service. I mean, this is kind of what I'm getting at. It doesn't matter if you know anything about the thing that you're doing. That was what's hitting me. You know, who cares what it's about? Who cares if you've never golfed a day in your life? If you've got information that you can get for free,
right. Put
it together and talk about it. I mean, oh crap! Okay, so look, I'm getting excited.
So let's go to the government stuff for a second because
I know, but I'm just
Yes. So yes, you can collect it all. Yep.
And so because I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so think about it. If I have a book, let's say on how to what do you call it? Do something with your golf swing. Or
How to improve
whatever,
your golf swing.
right?
Yeah.
But I can like read the book or talk about. So I can read it. Talk about it, right? And turn that into a discovery, a review of that particular thing, whatever. And I guess I'm assuming you do some research, you determine, okay, is this a hot topic? Is this something that people want to know about? And then you can test, like you just said, test. Check it out on Gumroad, put some things together, maybe put some graphics to it, some photos with it.
And that was the point of my presentation, which you can see that presentation at brucethebookguy.com. It's one of the posts. See, shameless plug. You gotta have you got a place to send people.
Right.
Is that you can? It's good if you're that person. Like this is your expertise. So we all have an expertise. We all have a job. So that's the place to start and pull out the information that you know the most about. And it works better because you're just more interested in it. And if you're golf or you have golf friends and you could sort of bring these people together, it's helpful.
Right.
I don't have any interest in golf, other than watching it on TV.
Right.
I'm not the guy to make the golf book, but I'm the guy to make, whoops. Oh, I ripped that. Make the music book. Oh, no. That was Gail's anyways. That's an extra $4 for me to take that.
But the thing is, I was just thinking about what you just said. But again, if you may not, golf may not be your expertise, but guess what? That's when you go out, you find the golfers,
right.
You interview them,
right,
and now you still have it, you know? So.
And you can use a tool like Blab, because look, we're having an interview and we're, 800 miles apart from each other. So you can connect with golfers or fishermen or whatever you're interested in, interview them and say, hey, I'm going to do an interview. And because you can use sites like, because it's recorded, you can put it on YouTube if you want. You can use rev.com, rev.com. It's $1 a minute to transcribe. They can transcribe this video, turn that into text. That becomes a chapter in your book. It becomes PDFs you can give away. The other thing I was going to say about Gumroad, the thing I was trying to highlight in the presentation that I did, that's on my website, brucethebookguide.com, is that anybody who's a professional has been doing whatever they've been doing for a while, most likely has memos and reports and documents sitting on their computer that they've already written, that they just have to go and clean them up a little bit, put a header at the top and a website at the bottom, and put a little cover on it. Just make a quick cover like something like this. Another plug for my new course. Put something like that, and you have a PDF, and you can sell it on Gumroad and put it on your blog, on your website as a little button to say, hey, I have a free report on how you can write a book or whatever it is.
Right.
And then you can test and see whether, because it doesn't really cost you any money. The site's basically free, and the effort's just your effort. So you can try to find out, do people care about this topic at all? And if you blog your book and write your book into your blog and blog your book in small chunks with nice titles on them, with a little paragraph at the bottom that this book, bookmarking checklist for self-publishing, written by Bruce Jones, is available at Amazon with a link. You can now use Google Analytics to look at all of those posts, and you can see which one of your posts is the one that people care about and where should you go. So I know in my book, General Book Marketing Concepts, the first chapter, is a very popular chapter. I would have no idea that people like that chapter by just having the book. But I know because I blogged it, I can see, well, they like this topic, they like that topic, they like that topic, they don't like that topic. So either fix it or do something. So that's my point, is that we can use this unbelievable tool and other tools in our phone and create stuff very quickly, and test it and try it until we find the one that works. But I think in your case, I think every one of the next shows you have in the next 2 days, you say, we are going to, check out our website because we'll be having the course coming that goes with this.
This is so good. Look, y'all heard it.
Because we've written it here. I think I sent you the outline. Did you get the outline?
Right, I did. Yeah, I have it. I was so engrossed with this that I couldn't do it, but I knew we were going to be doing this exercise. I am so loving this. So first of all, if you guys don't know by now, you need to go get Bruce's book and they probably know your website better than you do.
Yeah. And it's on Amazon, and there's a big button on my website, brucethebookguide.com. And I also started, I have my membership site, and this exercise that Gail and I did, you can go right here. I just started it, and I just quickly put it together. Yes, you can write a book.com. That will take you to the membership site where we're going to be doing this live. This exercise, I'm going to be doing a series of blabs, doing the same thing but more detail. So you can, I'll hold that up. And this is the old gorilla method, Sorry, I didn't know if that's...
love this. For the person who says, I don't have a product, I don't have any money, I don't know how to do this, I don't know. You have just eliminated all of that.
Right.
I am so lucky. See, this is why this is my new best friend. I'm just saying.
And that's why I've done this exercise, because I have this conversation often on planes or a restaurant or someplace like that with somebody, and they just don't, they either have too much information or they don't know what to do. And it really starts with, what's the number one question that people ask you? Because that's how the world sees you. And just write it down. Whatever people come up to you all the time and go, do you know how to put staples in the stapler? Well, you're the staple guy.
Yeah.
I don't care. You're the staple guy. That's the title of your book. How to put staples in the stapler. Open it up and put them in, right? That's your book. That's your product. I bet, one of the most popular videos on YouTube is how to tie a bow tie.
Yes.
So,
yes.
How to put staples in the stapler.
In the stapler.
Wow. And then what's the second question? The third one, and do 10, one sentence, then do one paragraph, then 3 to 5 paragraphs, add some back matter, your bio stuff, add a little title thing, go to Canva. In Word, you can learn how to do it. In this my new member site, I have how to format your Kindle book is in there. Tells you everything you need to know. It's part of the site. You can go there and you can.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
This is called getting motivated from talking to you the last time. So I went and did this from the last time we talked. I said,
this is great. I'm glad I was able to add value to you as well. So I'm glad of that. So, okay. So first of all, does anybody have any more questions for Bruce before we have to bring on our next guest? Because this is so good. I mean, I am really super
I'm the staple
excited.
guy. Look at somebody wrote there. I'm the staple guy. So, so make the book.
Make the book. I know. Somebody else wrote. I saw somebody wrote. Was it Bruce Almighty?
Yeah. Well, that's I had a little band for a long time, Bruce and the Almighties. So we were.
Oh my gosh!
Which was created from going to guitar camp to do the books. So that's right.
Okay, good. This is awesome. So, do you have anything else to promote, or that you want people to do before we let you go?
You can find out all about me at all my publishing stuff is at brucethebookguy.com. Right. That's probably the best place to go. And I put a button there. There's a button right on the site that looks just like this. You can click on that. And that'll take you to the course. So, but that's just taking advantage of these very inexpensive sites, quickly putting some stuff together, and so this is a test. We'll see what happens.
This is good. This is good
fact,
stuff.
I'm gonna let me just go right over to my dashboard and see if anybody's come on in yet. Not at the moment, but but you never know. You try it, you see what happens. So.
Okay. All right. So look, guys, y'all need to go over to Bruce's site. Go check it out. And now, okay. Oh, I'm not gonna bring him back on. Okay. I'll keep him all to myself.
So Gail, I want to see you. Get a book going because I think
I've got the outline.
Yep.
After this weekend and I crash, then I can start all over again. But no, this is good, and you've actually given me some more ideas of what to do because we got a ton of stuff. I know, Navi, I know. So I've got a ton of stuff. Yeah, we've got blabs on blabs on blabs on blabs.
Usually what happens when people leave me is their head's going, oh my God, and they're like, oh.
Yeah. And look, trust me, again, the people that know me, they know, okay, good grief, don't give Gail any more ideas. Don't give her nothing else. But this is really good. Look at
see, somebody's asking right now, where's the book? And
I know, that's Navi. Yeah, Gail, where,
it doesn't have to be published. It doesn't have to be. It can be a PDF until you get it done.
Yeah.
Don't let that it looks shiny and like this stop you. It can be just a PDF that you can give away initially. Maybe it helps you get a list. You use it as the lead magnet, or you sell it for $4. It doesn't. The price isn't the important part. It's the getting it out there and getting that exposure. That's the important part. And
exactly. Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so very much. I know you guys found Bruce absolutely invaluable.
Look at that. Publishing house push on staples. There's already people moving forward on it. Look at that. Publishing house.
You guys are crazy. You're funny.
All right.
So funny. Thank you so very much. So I really appreciate you being here. Make sure you go out, let people send some other folk up in here because we've got all kind of stuff happening for the rest of the evening. I can't believe we've been here since 1.
Yeah, you're
and
so
now
alive.
it's 6. Yeah, I know. It's great. This has gone by actually really very fast.
All right, cool.
So thank you so much, Bruce, and I will definitely be seeing you. Here comes Mr. Leon.
There's Mr. Leon. All right, so I am out of here, Gail. Thank you so much, and this is fun. And Leon, how are you? And I guess I am out. We are ready to leave. So
all right, sir. See you later.